Boston's rental market has done a dramatic about-face.
We're experiencing a record rebound in apartment rentals due to jobs, right? And people coming into the city for jobs. I think that we've got students coming back in droves.
This is a much different scenario than the one we saw the last time we caught up with Boston PAD's CEO, Demetrios Salpoglou, a year ago.
The other day we picked up 108 vacant units. Now that's unheard of, to have 108 units come in vacant, you know, and they're like, okay, manifest this, get these done by September 1st. When we met a little over a year ago, it was a totally different market. We had landlords running in with tons of vacant units saying, please help us. And so our database just ballooned.
And look at it now. Boston PADS tracks rental availability rates on its website. After peaking in March 2021, it's almost back down to pre-pandemic levels.
The market is very competitive. Not that fear was instilled in me, but when they said, if you don't sign it now, then you may not be able to get it.
Louisa Salvadori and Eunice Toe encountered Boston's more typical rental market in July after they moved to the city from Australia.
I was pretty stressed out just because, we only arrived 2 weeks ago. My contract was starting the following week, so I really didn't have much time. The first day, we went to 3 inspections that day. The first 2 were absolutely shocking. Yeah, we just were not impressed, and I was thinking, oh, is this what they're all going to be like?
Yeah. So we're getting a bit nervous at that point. Is that, was this all that was left in the market, that we're coming in and it's, busy time for rentals and things. And then we went to a third place, which was a basement place, and that was actually a bit of a sigh of relief, like this is a livable place.
Fortunately, their search continued to improve, and they were able to secure a 2-bedroom in the Fenway.
I think this is actually my favorite part of the apartment, is the kitchen.
There's so much storage.
It was a sigh of relief once we signed the lease. We moved in on the Wednesday, signed it on Tuesday, and I started work on Thursday. So it was just like bam, bam, bam.
Both women are in the U.S. for 10 months on Fulbright scholarships conducting medical research. Salvadori at MGH and Toe at Boston Children's Hospital.
I did hear that Boston rental has its own kind of characteristics, being such a student-heavy city and having sort of a lot of people coming in, I believe, for the September 1st move-in.
Whatever the universities decide, that can have a big impact on our housing.
Salpoglou believes that the number of available apartments could dip even further in a few months.
We may be in a period where we have a lot of international students that may be remote but are going to be coming in the second semester in January.
Renters may also be returning to spaces that have been upgraded. A silver lining to the surge in vacancies, many landlords use that time to renovate.
When you have 98% of your apartments occupied, you really can't renovate that many apartments. So it was a much needed break, I think, for the housing stock. And I think that they'll recapture that later on in 2022, 2023.
Salpoglou believes it's just a matter of time before the city's rental market bounces back completely.
At the end of the day, Boston is a highly desirable place that people want to live.
I'm excited to see, what this city has to offer.
And according to Boston PADS, Boston hit a low for available rentals actually in October of 2019, just 1.72%.
And right now, their latest data shows that after a huge increase during the pandemic, that number is back to 2.57, which is getting closer to a full comeback.
A full comeback would be nice. Keeping people in their homes during the pandemic and beyond.